What is up, YouTube tool tubers of the world? My name is Brad. Welcome to the workbench, and we have some great tool deals from Woodcraft this August. And let me tell you, if you are in the market for some dust collection or dust collection accessories, this is the video for you.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
So as I just said, this video has a lot to do with dust collection. I guess August is the dust collection month of Woodcraft, and it's great because there's a lot of good deals, a lot of dust collection fittings that are cheaper than even buying them on Amazon. And I know because I just have been doing quite a bit of dust collection work. The problem lies with what kind of commentary am I supposed to give you about dust collection fittings? Because they're not too different. You know, the quality doesn't vary that much. But there is one piece of advice I can give you is when you're buying your blast gates, no matter what the size, make sure you get the self-clearing blast gates just like this. It's worth the extra money. If you don't get those, you get sawdust and wood chips down in the little crease. You'll see it when you get them. And you can't close the gate all the way. It constantly stays open stuck and you lose a lot of your suction. $12 for 4 card scrapers is a hell of a deal. If you don't have card scrapers, now's the time to pick them up. I've just recently got into them, and man, can you get one hell of a finish. And speaking of finishes, that is a great segue into today's sponsor for this video. Yes, this is a company. I know the guy that runs this company personally. He's a great friend of mine, and he has a great finish that he himself wants to tell you about. Brad's Workbench Store, now open on Etsy. My homemade sanding paste and tongue wax finish is by far my best-selling item and has received amazing reviews from a mix of woodworkers across the US, as you can see. Both are made by hand with only food-safe ingredients. The tongue wax finish is a proprietary blend of 100% pure tongue oil, beeswax, and a carnauba wax to give it that hard-wearing outer shell. You know, we work long and hard to show off the craftsmanship we can provide that a big corporation cannot. So why use a subpar finish manufactured by that same big corporation? Your projects deserve better, so show off your craftsmanship with a finish handmade by a fellow craftsman. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that little spot. You know, I actually had a lot of fun making that. Got to put on my little sham wow persona. But I don't want to bog down this whole video trying to sell you my own personal product. I know people get sick of that kind of stuff. And honestly, I don't blame you because I do too. So if you are interested in this, there's a link in the description. Or feel free to email me, come over to Instagram, ask me any questions you got. A couple $100 off the jet bandsaw there isn't bad. And these Bora lumber racks is a damn good deal. For $45, I don't think you could buy the material to make these, especially if you add in the time it's going to take you. You got a 10-foot extension hose for $12. That's a great deal if you're doing like a shop vac type system. The next blast gate is cool because not only does it have a wall mount bracket so you can screw it into the wall to help support the hose, it's also self-clearing, which is definitely the kind I recommended already. So that can be really handy if you're running your hose along a wall. It helps support the hose, and you don't need as many brackets or hangers, which are also on sale, and we'll talk about them more in depth later in the video. A knife kit, this is pretty damn cheap, $17, again, cheaper than you can get on Amazon, and that's a great project if you're starting into woodworking. You got a bunch of different sizes of Paducah, as you can see there, almost 50% off. That would make a really nice knife handle. You got the long nose marker here. I actually contacted a couple of these companies because I want to do a comparison between the Fast Cap one, the Pika, the Marksaw, and maybe even the Dixon one, just to see if the added cost between all of them is worth the extra money. But I know for sure Pika didn't want nothing to do with it, and I haven't heard back from the other ones yet. I'm going to assume their answer is going to be the same. I guess it's not a cool video as I imagine. Ah, and here comes one version of the hangers we were talking about. $5.99 for a 5-pack, almost $1 a piece. And you got these other ones here that are even more expensive. Don't buy this stuff. Go and look up what Plumber's strap is. I talked about it on my last live stream. It is a dream for not only mounting dust collection stuff, but all sorts of things. If you don't know what it is, you got to look it up. I don't know how to describe it to you really, but it's a great thing to have in a shop. One of my favorite shop supplies to have on hand at all times. And by the way, this Saturday, August 15th, I'm going to be doing a live stream shop tour. For those of you that might be new or the first time visiting this channel, I have a very tiny shop. It's 8 foot by 10 foot. I have a full-size lathe, an 18-inch bandsaw, a CNC, and so much more packed inside that place. So I want to show you guys how I made it possible and how you can make it possible too, which is a little bit of ingenuity and a little bit of sacrifice too, because I definitely don't have everything I want. But tune in. I'm going to make a community post, so keep an eye out for that. I'll give you a time on that post, or hit subscribe, hit the all notifications. That way you'll get a little notification on your phone when the live stream goes live. I am pretty excited about this. I've been talking about doing a shop tour for years, but I was always kind of hesitant because, for one, my shop is always a mess, and two, I don't really know what y'all want to see. So by doing it live, if you see something that you're intrigued by or have a question about that I don't cover, you can actually ask me live right then and there, and I'm going to see it and I'm going to be able to answer, and we can dive into issues that you're more interested in and glance over the things that you're not interested in. By the way, that's a great deal right there on the straight edge. Those things usually go for about $1 an inch on the cheap end, so $30 for a 38-inch one is a damn good deal. And more dust collection fittings. Like I said, can you tell why I said if you're going to be starting a dust collection system or need to upgrade, now is going to be the time. Every dust collection fitting you could imagine is on sale right now in every single size, even the different size hangers, which, remember, use the plumber strap. About $15 off an anti-static hose there, and that thing looks pretty damn sturdy. I've never used it. I usually use the thinner kind, but this wood threading kit, they have a couple of these in different sizes. If anybody out there has used them, let me know if they're worth a damn. Because I do know Beal makes one that is a 1'8" thread pitch for spindles on lathes that you can do a lot of stuff with, making your own faceplates and stuff like that. So I'm very interested in getting that, but I didn't know if they really work that well. So if you got experience, I would really love your help with that. And if you're sitting there wondering, well, hell, why are you asking us? You're supposed to be the expert. You're the one doing the coupon video. No, that's not how we work here at Brad's Workbench. I rely on you guys just as much as you rely on me, because there's just no way that I'm going to be able to know everything about all these tools. I mean, I definitely would like to one day. I just don't have the money to buy all this stuff, you know what I mean? And I don't want to waste my money buying something that ain't really any good. So I do rely on you guys to help me out with things I don't know about. I did look into this extended wood glue, and that's pretty interesting. If you're ever doing a super large glue up and you need more open time, look into this stuff. It might be good just to keep a small bottle in your shop for when that time arises. Also, another good example is this floor sweep. I don't understand the point of a floor sweep. To me, anytime I'm cleaning up my shop, especially after doing a turning, I try to sweep up as much as I can and put it in the trash can. I don't understand sweeping it over to a floor sweep to suck it up into your dust collector, which in turn just makes your dust collector fill up faster, which can be a real pain to empty out lots of times. So to me, it always just made more sense. If I'm going to take the time to sweep it, I might as well just sweep it into a trash can. But if you disagree, let me know. Maybe your shop is set up differently, or maybe you have a more modern dust collector that's relatively easy to empty out. Now, I did want to show this next deal, not because I think it's a good deal, but to actually warn you that it is not that great of a deal. If you go onto Amazon and look up Power Tool Dust Collection, you'll see something for around the same price that gives you a lot more options and fittings. But this little overarm dust collection boom thingy, that's a great deal. For $60, I almost bought this. And I also saw this flyer that said at the end of August, 28th through the 30th, you're going to get 50% off some of the Bora parallel clamps. Man, I wish I could get in there for that. I've always wanted to try parallel clamps, but damn are they expensive. But anyways, now you can see we are in the new tools section, and I have something I need to drool over, because this Rikon lathe is amazing. And yes, I know you're saying it's amazingly expensive at just under $4,000, but look at it. It's a 30-inch swing, which, I mean, honest to God, I'd probably poop myself if I had anything with a 30-inch diameter spinning on my lathe. But it's got all the bells and whistles, plus, get this, a motorized sliding bed so you can increase your spindle capacity. That is just awesome. I mean, that would definitely be the lathe of my dreams, and probably the lathe I will never have, but I'll drool over right here. I do want to thank the viewer that corrected me. This grip brand we see here is not the same as the Grand Rapids industrial product. So I did make a mistake in last month's Woodcraft video, and I appreciate that viewer. I can't remember your name off the top of my head, but I appreciate you pointing that out. This Incra square, do not buy this. $95 for a 7-inch guaranteed square. There's plenty of guaranteed machinist squares out there that are a lot less than $95. Look up Kinex. Great stuff. This sharpen all stone, I have one. I've had it for about 6 months, and so far it is wearing great. I use it for my chisels and plane irons, like most woodworking shops. 2 of these downdraft panels for 30 bucks don't seem like a bad deal. And if you don't have a small square like this or similar to this, FastCap also sells one. You need to get one because it is amazing to set up all of your tools. But guys, that's about gonna wrap it up for this month's deal from Woodcraft. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. I hope this helps save you some money. And until next time, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right there, and we'll holler at you next time. Peace!